When it comes to small family hatchbacks, the Honda Civic has always been one of the most practical players. Fantastic reliability ratings and strong owner review scores have also given it a very loyal following. But in order to tempt a new wave of customers away from the Volkswagen Golf and Ford Focus, this 9th generation British-built Civic has maintained its commitment to practicality, but also wants to put more emphasis on style and refinement too. The Honda Civic is clearly an evolution of the previous generation version, yet it remains pretty standout with a complex array of intersecting surfaces and graphics. Styling-wise, a lot of effort has been made in bringing it closer to the Insight, hence the appearance of these daytime running LED units, plus the front headlamps are now integrated into that bigger grille. But it's also been aerodynamically refined to help reduce lift and improve stability at high speeds. Some of the design cues work really well, like this low drag bonnet and split rear windscreen that now comes complete with a proper wiper. But other areas like these aero fillets that have been tacked onto the rear bumpers look like a bit of an afterthought. Amongst the conservative layouts of the Volkswagen Golf and Vauxhall Astra, the Honda Civic's cabin feels like a bit of a spaceship. You've got this split dashboard architecture where a lot of the dials are now displayed in this digital pod, though there are a section of more conservative switches logically located below. All but the very basic models receive cruise control, dual zone air conditioning, a rear parking camera and automatic lights, and you can even spec this touchscreen satellite navigation system. There's a scattering of soft touch plastics, which is nice, though the quality of materials overall isn't up there with the class leaders. That said, the driving position is excellent and there are loads of storage cubbies in here, but be warned, that rear split screen does impede visibility. The rear bench may be wide enough for 3 adults, but as you can see, headroom is quite tight. However, the seats in the Honda Civic are incredibly clever. They don't just fold completely flat with just one simple latch. The bases can even pivot forward to reveal a really nice space for carrying taller loads. The Civic also adopts torsion beam rear suspension as opposed to a multi-link setup, and while that may be considered a little less sophisticated, the result is the packaging doesn't eat into the boot as much, so you have a class-leading load space here, way bigger than a Ford Focus or Volkswagen Golf, and you even get a secret storage cubby. There are a range of engines on offer, the 2.2 ID-Tech diesel probably being our pick of the bunch, as the performance is great, it emits just 110 grams per kilometre of CO2 and has some pretty fine motorway legs on it due to the fact that it's hooked up to this very long ratio 6-speed gearbox that's quite mechanical in its action, really positive to use. There's an engine stop-start system across the range, as well as this Econ button, which manages to save fuel by moderating your throttle mapping and reducing the output of your aircon. Eco is a bit of a theme in here because even the speedometer lighting changes from green to blue, depending on how lead-footed you are with that right pedal. The car wants you to drive efficiently, but if you fancy a little hustle down an A road, then don't worry because this chassis is well up for it. Existing customers will no doubt love the improvements made to the latest Honda Civic. It's good to look at, it's well built, it still has the practicality angle nailed, and it's more comfortable than ever. That said, it doesn't have the blend of engagement or refinement you get in either a Ford Focus or Volkswagen Golf, so tempting that audience may still be tricky.